You were a millwright and you worked with asbestos, and now you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, and you're asking yourself, how did I get this disease? Hi, I'm Joe Williams. I'm a mesothelioma trial attorney, and I want to talk to you about the types of exposures that millwrights would have to asbestos. To do that, I want to talk to you about a former client of mine who was a millwright, and he worked at Con Edison powerhouses. Now, we know that millwrights are tradesmen who work with very complex machinery in an industrial setting. They install, set, repair, maintain complex machinery. So this particular client of mine worked in a Con Ed powerhouse with turbines. Now, the turbines that he worked with were huge. They were the size of a city bus. And he was there when the turbines were installed. And in fact, he played a role in installing the turbines themselves and setting them for initial operation. And that work involved insulating them on the outside with asbestos blankets. Now, these really massive asbestos blankets were applied to the outside of this turbine. Again, turbine the size of a New York City bus. And they were wired on with wire to keep them in place. And that meant that every time the turbine was worked on, to repair it, to maintain it, the blankets in that area had to come off. And if they were damaged, they had to be replaced. All of that caused asbestos dust from handling and cutting those asbestos blankets. Also, when the millwrights work on the inside of the turbines, they deal with hundreds of asbestos-containing gaskets that are removed, replaced, cut, fabricated to be used within the inner workings of the turbine. And all of that created asbestos exposure to the millwrights and the other workers on the job site. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you because you have questions about mesothelioma and asbestos exposure and how it relates and causes mesothelioma. I'm Joe Williams, and at our law firm, we represent victims of mesothelioma every day, and we deal with these issues on a daily basis. If you have questions, contact our office and we'll answer your questions. Thank you.